Okay, now as I monitor the recording, it becomes quite obvious the problem with this camera. The RealWear head-mounted tablet has a right-hand side bias. Notice that the camera here is not positioned in the center. Unlike other recording devices, it is positioned on the camera right here. Flash on! Flash on! You see the flash? This is where the camera is, on the right-hand side, which means when a person normally looks forward, like I do, this camera doesn't capture the center of the screen. This camera has a bias, so when I want to center the view and the capture of this camera of the object, which right now is the screen, when I look at the center of the screen, it doesn't capture the screen properly. I have to look to the right-hand side to make up for the bias of the camera. If I look straight forward, it captures a piece of my hand here on my left hand, which is not what I'm interested to show. So I have to move my head to the right-hand side to compensate for the bias of the camera, which is a problem if I'm trying to do something in the center of the screen here, like point at my finger now that is more or less in the center of the screen, touching this little webcam. I have to look to my right-hand side. And that is a problem when you deal with small items and you want to capture the topic of what you are doing. You have to adjust your head right to the right-hand side. That creates a problem of a bias. Flash off. See, this is the camera right here, and it's off center. And it's very confusing when you are looking at a specific object and you look at the viewer of the camera right here and you don't see it where you expect to see it. So that will be remediated by moving the camera to the center and placing the camera right on top, in between the videographer's eyes or above the nose. That will be feasible when this camera is removable and can be adjusted and placed in the center. But this edition and the current editions do not enable it yet. So that is the problem with this, the design of this RealWear head-mounted tablet. Besides the problem with the power supply. As you can see, I have a power bank here that is 1/10 of the cost of the built-in power bank, one-tenth of the cost, and 5 times the power. So the internal batteries are not sufficient, don't provide enough power, and after using them for a while, they lose their ability to retain power. And then you have to add an external power bank, like you see here. You see these red velcros that strap this large power bank to my head-mounted tablet from RealWear. And that is a shortcoming of the design of the RealWear head-mounted tablet. Let's see if we can rotate this camera a little here.